Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso at thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Reach out to me directly, tmosso at thewatchbox.com. And today, we are discussing the just right-sized Patek Philippe Calatrava Pilot Travel Time 7234R-001. Launched in 2018, it is a more wearable but functionally identical version of the 5524G that launched back in 2015 in white gold. Now, the timepiece is probably a better match for my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference. You can see the watch is 37.5 millimeters in diameter by 10.9 millimeters thick. It's actually thinner than it looks at first glance. And then from lug to lug, it's a nice compact 45.5 millimeters across the wrist with a spacing between the lugs of 18 millimeters. So it is a traditionally sized men's dress complication, though it definitely has a sporty side, and we'll talk about that in a moment. The strap, as with its big brother, is a lovely aviator style, brown, medium brown calfskin, slightly bolstered, sheer cut sides showing the layers of construction with a contrasting aviator stitch. I particularly like this cross hatching. And then you have the same Clevis-inspired balanced pin buckle. This is a design specific to the original Calatrava Pilot, and it continues on this model. On the underside, as you can see, calfskin again. It is a brand new Patek Philippe factory strap, and there are pull-tab spring bars, so you can easily remove the strap from the case without resort to tools. The case lines are identical to the 5524. Although smaller, this watch is identically shaped, and that's right down to the details, including the inward stepped bezel, whereby you can see that the bezel is actually stepped in from the case flank, so it appears less sheer in profile. The crowns that are used for adjusting the travel time function actually have a quarter turn action. So when you turn them in a clockwise direction, you actually lock the mechanism, turn them once more, a quarter turn, and now you unlock the travel time function. And of course, the watch features a second time zone that can be hidden underneath the local hour hand when not required. The timepiece also has AM/PM indicators for both home and local time. So this is unique, as most travel time watches just feature AM/PM for the reference time, so you know whether it's day or night. Here you get a day-night indicator for each one. Now pull the crown out, and you can see how the local time, as well as the travel time, day-night indicators shift. And then what at first glance might appear to be small seconds at 6 o'clock is actually a date indicator, a radial date indicator. The case is all of high polish with blended Calatrava style lugs and that hard conical bezel, Calatrava branded crown, and the dial is best described as a brown bronze with a railroad track outboard for keeping track of your seconds and your minutes. And then underneath a white varnished seconds hand, you have two rose gold cathedral style hands, and the timepiece features applique rose gold numerals, which have a lovely vintage font to them and lush lume by night. The timepiece also includes Patek's workhorse 324 automatic movement through the reverse side. This is the FUS version. It features a 35 to 45 hour power reserve, which is wound bidirectionally by a rotor that pivots on unlubricated, high-efficiency, low-maintenance ceramic rotor bearings. It's adjusted in 6 positions, and with a free-sprung Gyromax-style balance and a silicone hairspring, the Patek Philippe seal is the last piece of the puzzle that leads to this watch being rated no worse than -3 + 2 seconds a day from the factory. Now, the timepiece beats away at 28,800 vibrations per hour, and it has that historic Patek Philippe Gyromax-style balance system invented in the late 40s, put into production in the early 1950s, and it remains a mechanical engineering signature of the brand. You can see this 29 jewel movement is hand-finished with circular Côte de Genève on the rotor. There's engine turning on the center of the rotor, larger engine turning on the base plate, as well as the reduction wheel adjacent to the rotor, linear Côte de Genève across the bridges, and then there's a mirrored beveling or anglage on the edge of every bridge, and the same treatment is lavished on each one of the jewel and screw sinks. You can also see that the screw heads are all black polished, and their circumference, as well as their slots, have been chamfered. This is a timepiece that is gorgeous internally and surprisingly well shielded against water. Calatravas generally are 30 meters water resistant. This one, surprisingly, is rated at 60 meters. Reach out to me, tmosso at thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing question line for making this 7234R yours. And I am back with the Calatrava Pilot Travel Time Midsize by night.